Hi, I'm Joey with Sierra Live Productions. Today we're joined with Vincent with Barco, and he's here to talk to us about the brand new PDS-4K.
Hey Joey, thanks for having us. This really means a lot to us, being able to reach out to one of our rental partners and kind of talk about the new features, some of the new stuff that's coming for the PDS-4K. Maybe we'll talk about some of the use case stuff. We'll just go through and kind of, bang out the list, right?
Yep.
So, as we get started with this video, I think, we're here to talk about the PDS-4K, some of the new features. We're just going to kind of go down the list. Got some questions for you, got some questions about the product. I know you have some questions for me. So my first question for you is, what is Sierra Live Productions? What's your business?
So we are an AV production house, and we also do sub-rentals, and we service our clients coast to coast.
Okay.
Yep.
I see you bought pretty heavy in the PDS-4K. Why is that?
We've always been a Barco house. All of us are Barco certified. We just love the ease of use. We love the expandability. You can find operators across the country that know Barco and how to use EventMaster. And it's just reliable, it's stable, and it's the go-to for video switching.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate being, the choice of your purchase choice, and we see that you bought pretty heavy into the family E2, S3, multiple Image Pro 4Ks, multiple
Correct.
PDS 4Ks.
Yep.
And of course, those are all for sub-rent as well. You guys
absolutely, yeah. Everything in here is sub-rental.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
For our own
Awesome.
productions or sub-rental.
That brings me to my next question of, I see you guys, bought a couple of PDS 4Ks.
Yep.
And you outfitted them into these awesome fly packs with the case that's behind us there.
So yeah, Vince, every one of our PDS-4Ks come packaged in this housing, comes in a custom Pelican with the monitor attached. You can either use the monitor for a multi-view or as you see fit.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
So it's not like fixed HDMI or anything like that?
No. We supply the HDMI, but it's up to you how you want to use it.
That's awesome. All right, cool. Okay, so I see that the PDS-4K is in this awesome fly pack with the monitor, comes in the case, and you guys ship it as well. So it's not just Las Vegas area, which you reside in.
Yeah, correct. It's coast to coast.
Okay.
Anywhere in America or overseas.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. Awesome. Awesome fly pack, by the way. We definitely appreciate seeing stuff like this. There's a lot of thought and effort into that.
Yeah, no, it's great. Open up the Pelican, take it out, flip up the monitor, and you're kind of ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. Now, the PDS-4K for you guys, for Sierra Live Productions, what does it do for you? Like, how do you use it?
So for us, it's a Swiss Army knife. We use it for breakout rooms, and we also use it for LED walls.
Okay.
We love the fact that it can either do 2 or 4 outputs, and we love the fact that it does custom formats.
Awesome, awesome. And that's custom formats on the input, the output, and then, earlier offline when we were talking, you mentioned something about AOI, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we use AOI a ton on this.
Awesome. And AOI, just so everybody's on the same page, is area of interest.
Correct.
And that's when we take an image, on a traditional raster, and we crop off certain portions or create a custom canvas that allows us to, actually get like pixel for pixel accuracy for your wall.
Correct. So another great feature that we love about the PDS-4K is the ability to map the buttons on the front panel.
As you can see, the buttons, they go from 1 to 10. Obviously, there's only 8 inputs on it when you buy it stock.
Correct.
But we're saving the last 2 buttons as kind of programmables, or we're not saving them; they're actually programmable now. But if we were to talk about the future, what the future holds for the PDS-4K, we do have the Dante and extended input card coming out with version 9.0 by the end of the year.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's going to allow us to have 2 more DP 1.2 inputs, which would utilize the other 2 remaining buttons. And if you didn't want to use them for the DP 1.2, you could use them for like mats or presets, still stores. Exactly. Yeah.
So this box is going to go from an 8-input box to a 10-input box with that additional expansion card.
Yes, and
that's
it's
amazing.
also, not only is it going to give us the 2 additional inputs, it's also going to give us Dante embedding, Dante disembedding, and Dante pass-through, or audio pass-through for your HDMI.
That's huge. That's amazing.
It's a pretty big deal for our integrated folks. Our integration folks, excuse me.
Correct.
They really like to use this box in an all-in-one setting.
Yep.
Pass audio in and out, split it, send it off wherever they want. And with Dante as a partner now, we really do that. We do that really well, and we really support that side of the business.
So speaking of the front panel, I heard there's a little trick you can do with the take button.
Oh yeah, the 50% take or whatever you want to call it, where you kind of impose,
Yeah, yeah.
or you stop the dissolve about halfway through.
Kind of like a T-bar transition.
Yeah, very similar to that, except it's more like a timing thing. You have to click it.
Gotcha.
But I'll go ahead and transfer this over to program 1A, so we can see the transition happening in the monitor. Okay, so if you would do the honors. Oh, cool.
That is really cool. I could see that being a good use case if you're doing live camera switching for concerts.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool.
We call that the 50-50 flag. Like
50-50 flag.
during the national anthem, you superimpose the flag and
Yep.
onto the person singing or what have you, or the band playing or whatever, and keep that up there, and then to complete the transition, you just hit the take button again, right?
Yeah, that's a really cool feature.
Awesome, awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch this back over to multi-view.
Okay.
All right, there we have it.
Cool. So Vince, we were doing a hybrid show last week, and I had to break out my E2 in order to do keying. I heard that pretty soon this is going to be able to do Luma and Chroma keying.
Yeah, so with version 9.0, you're not just going to get the audio card, for the Dante audio card support or the DP 1.2 card support. It's also going to include keying, both
Nice.
Chroma and the Luma key. So you don't have to break out your E2 or your S3 to do keying anymore. You could do it right here in the PDS-4K.
That's amazing.
You don't necessarily have to add the Dante card, although it's a major plus because it adds that, that audio embed, disembed, pass through, and it gives you the two
More
extra
inputs.
outputs. But
Yep.
if you didn't have that card, you would still have keying available.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah, and we do that, one of the things about the PDS-4K or any of the EventMaster line is that we constantly update these products and make them more useful for our customers. We listen to our customer feedback, and the updates reflect that customer feedback. We've been going pretty strong on the E2 for 5-6 years now. Maybe even longer than that, actually. I might be mistaken. And the S3 for 4 or 5 years, and we're constantly updating those. You'll see 2 to 3 updates a year, and that's not going to stop until the product life cycle ends.
Yeah, no, it's a great box. We love it.
Awesome.
We love the fact that you can use it just as it is by using the front buttons, or if you want to get a little more detailed and technical, you can use it with EventMaster.
Right. I mean, one of the draws that we built, or one of the things that we really focused on with the PDS-4K was keeping it pretty damn simple.
Yep.
Right. You break it out, you throw it down, it reads the EDIDs off your displays, and it kind of does its magic internally when you boot it up, and it will apply those EDIDs to the inputs, and then so you can get that clean pass through just by breaking it out and setting it up, right?
Yep.
Power it up.
Oh yeah.
And so, if you want to use the front panel, you can by all means do that. You can use the front panel with presets, like we spoke about. You can assign almost every button on there, but you can assign presets. You can do everything you want. And if you, like you said, if you want to take it up a level, it plugs into the EventMaster family, right?
Yep.
So you can use any, EventMaster 8.2, 9.0.
Yep. In the future.
Now, the other cool thing about that is because it uses EventMaster, or because it's a part of the EventMaster line, I should say, you can also use the EC series controller.
Oh, you can
EC30,
use- okay.
EC50, EC210, EC200 if you have an old 200 you haven't converted yet. It's truly a part of the EventMaster family.
So for us, we own quite a few of these, and we love using them for the breakout rooms, and we also love using them for large general sessions. For breakout rooms, it's really ideal because it's 2 outputs, but as soon as the show grows, you can just kind of switch it over into the 4 output mode.
Yeah.
Now you got 4 outputs. You can do your projection, your DSM, your records, your live stream, all in one box that was already sitting there. So
We really put a lot of effort into expandability, making it simple, making the turnover from the multiple 4K to the 1080p. We try to make that as simple as possible. We try to make that as flexible as possible so we can hit, most shows. I mean, for the most part, every show is relatively similar.
Yep.
Now there are a couple, gotchas here and there, but
yeah, it's just nice when you get thrown a curveball that, it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. It's able to adapt and scale with the show.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's what we were shooting for, and it's glad to see that it actually paid off.
Absolutely, we love
Awesome.
it. So Vince, a lot of times I'm using HDR in the E2. Does the PDS-4K support HDR also?
In version 8.2, it does not, but in version 9.0, that's coming, like we said, at the end of the year, it will be able to, yeah.
Oh, that's
absolutely.
awesome. a lot of goodies coming in 9.0.
Yeah, you know, the 9.0 release is it's kind of PDS heavy. You know, it adds a lot of support to the PDS, and so we're really excited for that.
That's amazing.
We hope that everybody upgrades to the new 9.0, just like, you know, like we hope everybody upgrades to always the current releases.
I'm sure they will.
It helps us with the service. It helps us identify bugs and issues and whatnot.
Yep.
So yeah, we really appreciate you guys being early adopters of not just the hardware, but the software as well.
Yeah, no, every time you roll out an update, we update right away, and we love it. We love the new features. Keep them coming.
Awesome, right on. Thank you so much.
All right, Vince, I think we covered everything about the new PDS-4K. Really looking forward to that 9.0 release.
Awesome.
Like I said, it's been an amazing box for us, and we have them in stock now, available for rental, so
Yeah.
give us a call, shoot
Yeah.
us an email.
For sure, great. And again, thank you for having us. We really double down on that. We really appreciate you guys hosting this this small video, and you know, just let everybody know, available for sub rental. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Joey at info@sierraliveproductions.com, or of course, if you have any questions for me, reach out to us at e2@barco.com. And again, man, thanks again.
It's our
Appreciate
pleasure.
you.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Vince.
All right, man.